In the first video, I talked a little bit about the fear associated with creating visuals. When we're kids, drawing, coloring, painting is usually pretty easy. We didn't worry about whether what we made was good or not. We simply enjoyed the process of creating. Unfortunately, as we get older, we start to worry about the quality of what we're making. If we think we're not good at drawing or art, we stop doing it, even if we enjoyed it. I'm hoping to give you a few ideas that will help you turn off your inner critic a little bit so that you can tap into the pleasure of making visual pieces. Tip number 1, understand that making anything takes practice. Some people have natural talents for art and drawing. When we witness these kinds of people, it can make us feel that if we're not naturally gifted, we shouldn't even try. In reality, the skills involved in creating visuals can be learned by anyone. It just takes practice. You wouldn't expect to sit down at a piano and be able to play without ever taking a lesson. So you shouldn't expect your visual pieces to be perfect if you don't have much experience in creating visuals. Be patient with yourself. If your piece doesn't turn out the way you want it, that's totally okay. The important part of this exercise isn't the end result, it's the process. You want to enjoy yourself and the process of creating something visual. Tip number 2, start every session with a blind contour drawing. Each time you sit down to work on your visual piece, you should warm up by starting your session off with a quick blind contour drawing. Here's how. Choose a small object and place it on the table in front of you. It can be anything, a mug, a pencil, a figurine, whatever you choose. Then get a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. Next, set the timer for 5 minutes. Start drawing the object in front of you, but do not look at your paper. This is very important. You shouldn't look at your paper for the entire time that you're drawing. Only look at it after the timer goes off. By not looking at your paper, it will help remove any pressure you feel to create a perfect drawing, because you simply can't do an accurate drawing when you're not looking at the paper. The purpose of this exercise is to train your eyes to really see what's in front of you, to study the object. When we engage our brain and our eyes in this way, we tap into the visual parts of our brain, and this makes visual brainstorming much easier. Tip number 3, embrace doodling. As you go through the process of visual brainstorming, I encourage you to doodle. A big part of creating your visual pieces is coming up with ideas for imagery that will express what's in your reflections. Doodling will help you come up with these visual ideas. You might find yourself starting out by writing a lot of words. That's normal. The parts of our brain that control language are different than the parts that control visuals, and the language part often dominates. But as you continue to doodle, you might find yourself switching from writing words to drawing pictures, patterns, or other non-written images. I use the word doodling because it frees us from thinking about making detailed pictures. When doodling, feel free to be as messy as possible. Draw stick figures, scribble, make patterns, anything that will get your mind going.